YouTube, how are we? Skinny Snorlax here, coming at you with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Today I got another one from the archives. I got a good game that I had a while ago. It was the 25th of April, I think, something like that. 2014 this year, of course, obviously. And I'm playing a guy who brought a UU-OU mixed team. It was a pretty good battle. I actually enjoyed it very much at the time. I remember this one pretty clearly. I'm bringing a cool bunch of pokes. He's bringing a couple similar bunch of pokes. Two OU pokes who I hate. Frickin' Scyther, whatever you want to fucking Skizor. That's what it is. Fucking hate Skizor. Gliscor, least favorite physical wall to go up against. I'm just gonna protect, substitute, get my health back with Toxic. Oh my god. But he's bringing a Crobat, which is dope. I'm bringing a Crobat. He's bringing a Medicham, which is dope because I'm bringing a Medicham. And he's bringing one of those pumpkin Halloween things, which is pretty wicked. I need one of those. Don't have one, but I do need one. And a Jolteon, which is dope as shit. Fucking love Jolteons. And obviously I'm bringing my Medicham, Donnie, always. My Tentacruel, King the Crobat, Green Bean the Skeptile, and JJ the Jinx. And man, does JJ the Jinx clutch when I need her. But you know what? Let's just get into this. And like always, I decided to lead off with one of my pokes. No, I don't know. Actually, I can't remember who I lead off with. I'm pretty sure I lead off with my Medicham just to go Mega, so I get him at his full potential whenever I want to send him in. And he leads with his Gliscor, which was like Protect, Stall, Mania all game. But here I just go for that Mega, turn into big giant titty knees with a belt of titties. That's what it looks like. And here I just go for Fake Out. Don't know why he didn't go for Protect, which is a normal thing for them. And I get that first turn critical hit, which doesn't make a difference because all he needs to do is Protect, and he'll get all his health back. And so second turn, I just decide to switch out, expecting either an Earthquake or a Protect or something, which he does go for it, which was kind of obvious. And he gets pretty much all his health back there. And I just go for a U-turn because I don't want to take a knockoff because that's what they carry. That's what everything carries this generation. But I can't really complain because I got everything carrying the same thing. And I just go into my Donnie, the Dawn fan, because obvious Earthquake or knockoff was coming. And that does very little damage, which is very good. Keeping Donnie at full health because now he doesn't have any recovery. And obviously Gliscor doesn't want to stay in and take an Ice Shard with times 4 damage. I don't think it would kill because it's not stab, but I think it would do a lot of damage. And here he sends in his Hollow, and I predicted he was just going to switch out, so I just get my rocks up, which were very helpful, which you'll see later why. And look at that pumpkin thing just sitting there with a big smile. That's not even its face. Its face is on the top, and it looks like it's got hands, but I don't even know what it is. It's pretty wicked. And here he just goes for Leech Seed, and there's a few bad plays coming up I did with King, the Crobat, just staying in, getting Willowed. You'll see. So I'm just here doing my thing, go for a Brave Bird, completely forgetting that these things are packing bulk in the physical defense side. Look at that. That is, wow, that does not enough damage. And he just gets that Will-O-Wisp off, and I'm like, alright, that's cool, I guess. King's pretty much dead, don't have any way of getting rid of the burn, so it's crippled for the whole game. It can be used as Death Fodder later, but I'm just going to keep it in and let it die, because there's nothing really I can do. And this recovery at the end of each turn, and the burn and the Leech Seed, it takes forever. I really should have sped this up. I feel like an idiot right now. But oh well, next turn is here. And he decides to just withdraw Hollow, which is the nickname. It's a pretty interesting nickname. Makes sense. And goes into his Gliscor, expecting me to go for a physical move, which obviously I will. I just go for a Brave Bird, trying to do as much damage as I can because, as you know, it's burnt. It can't do nothing to nothing. Pitiful damage. It would have done twice that, which still wouldn't have been that much. But obviously Gliscor is just going to go for Protect or Substitute or whatever Gliscors do. God, I just really hate Gliscors. There's just a whole bunch of pokes I really hate. It's pretty much mostly everything in OU. I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words with why everybody uses it. It's just so obvious. Protect was obvious, and I predict that. So I just go for a Roost. And I'm thinking, I really just should have let it die. Because there's not much it can really do, but I guess more health means I can just use this Death Fodder and maybe get a bit more damage on something. Because it is pretty fast. And if I need a revenge killer for low HP Pokemon, I'll just send this in and do its thing, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty good switch initiative because I've got U-turn. I can send it out, U-turn, do your thing. It does its thing, you know. And here I go for U-turn. Just gonna save it for death fodder for later. And that does no damage. Gliscor, you're a beast. Well, I am burnt. It's not very effective, but still. I just send in my Donnie because obviously he's gonna go for another Earthquake or Knock Off. Because what else are they gonna do after they protect? They have to attack. And he just gets all his health back. He's right back to full, which is nice. He's obviously gonna switch out, but I'm just gonna play it safe. And I just go for a nice little, what do I do? Shit, might be. And I just go for a nice little Ice Shard, because obviously Ice Shard was gonna do a lot of damage. Definitely not take it out, but do pure damage to it. And I just switch out because I know that Medicham can do so much to me. So I bring in King as death fodder. This is a perfect spot for him, because Donnie would have taken a lot of damage from any move Medicham has for me. Especially a Mega Medicham, pure power, pure attack, just pure damage will be done. And Ice Punch, that would have done so much damage, super effective to Dawn Fam. So good thing I switched in King, because now King is gone, pretty much useless anyway. And I bring in my Titty Knees. Look at that, Titty Knees versus Titty Knees. And I can just go for Fake Out and take it out like that. We'll do more damage like that. And here I get lucky as balls. He misses high jump kick, and he was below 50% and just takes him right out. I feel a little bad for that, but also it's just hacks. It's just life. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you hit a wall behind me. Either way, it's not good. And he brings in his Nosferatu, his King, his Crobat. It's not shiny, it's not cool. But I bring in my Donnie because I can take anything it has. But the whole time, this Crobat, all it did was just go for U-turn. That's all it was good for. Just U-turn in and out, U-turn in and out. Get that swish initiative. It helped him a lot, but all he did was just bring in his stole Pokemon, like bring in this Hollow, and it got annoying after a while. But I'm here, I'm sitting alright. I figured I could take a move it has, but I didn't really want to lose all my HP, so I send Donnie back. And I bring out my Tentacool, knowing it's going to Leech Seed, and I've got Toxic Ooze, which I love this ability. Tentacool is my favorite special wall. That and Florges are just so good, especially in UU. They're actually just as good in OU, which is why I like to use them. So he's going to get that Leech Seed. Look at that, I'm going to lose a little bit of health, not that big a deal. And he's going to lose a little bit of health. That is a big deal, because it's already pretty low as it is. And he doesn't want to lose anymore, so he just switches out and goes straight into his Jolteon, which he thought he was in a pretty good position. And I didn't have anything to switch into, so I just stayed in. And, well, I got Toxic Spikes up before, but I'm just going to stay in now. Wow, I'm so far ahead of myself. But I'm just going to stay in knowing that I can probably take one electric move from it. And I've got the Leech Seed on me, which will drain some of the Jolteon's health bit by bit, which is very nice. And I just go for Protect to scout what it's going to do. Because if it's choiced and it gets locked into something that's not an electric move, why won't I stay in? And he was going for Shadow Ball, so I was like, I can take a Shadow Ball, no problem. And so I thought he was choice, so I'll stay in. I'll let it keep losing a bit of damage here and there. And he just goes straight in. Oh, Toxic Ooze. Oh, it's down to almost 50% now, just from Toxic Ooze and switching into rocks. It's just great. That's just how I like it. And here I send in Green Bean, knowing I can take the electric move that is coming, because it's not very effective. Look at that, 145 all the way down to 90. Then he does 55 damage, which I like this. I like the look of that. Oh, dogs are barking, no big deal. And here he just goes for Shadow Ball. I was like, that does nothing. That may have done less. I'm too lazy to do the calcs. But I missed my first Leaf Storm, which I always miss with Green Bean. But it does so much damage, so I keep going for it anyway. And here I take it out, no problemo. He brings in his Scizor, and I didn't want to stay in, because I knew it's just going to kill me, and I needed it for Death Fodder later. But he goes for Pursuit, predicts that. That's a good play on your hand, but it was kind of obvious, but it was a good play. But thank goodness I didn't need Green Bean anymore, so it worked out in my half. And here he just sends in his Donnie. Well, I send in my Donnie, sorry. And he goes for Bullet Punch, and that does a... Oops, he dropped some. That's unprofessional. And that does a lot less damage than I thought it was. And I go for Earthquake, and that also does less damage, but it's pretty reasonable damage. But here he has Roost, He's just got recover everywhere on any Pokemon, every Pokemon, just left, right, and center, just recover, do minimal damage, recover. It gets annoying after a while, but he just goes for a U-turn, takes my health down to 50. I don't have much of it left. I don't really have much left for this Donphan. I kind of need it for all its physical Pokemon, but it's not that big a deal. And he predicted the Earthquake. That was a obvious play, but I had to do it. And here he stays in with his Nosferatu. I go for Ice Shard. Thought this was going to do a lot more damage. Doesn't do as much as I want it to. It does quite a bit. And he goes for U-turn, which was perfect because he's just going to switch into Stealth Fox next turn, maybe die, take a lot of damage. And here he brings in Skizor. And I think there's someone listening. And I just go for Ice Shard, do as little damage as possible before it takes me out, because obviously it was just going to take me out with a U-turn or something, but it doesn't matter. And takes out Donnie, and with a crit obviously didn't matter. And I'm just going to bring in my Jinx after he brings in, which I'm just going to bring in Jinx no matter what, because I can just lovely kiss whatever comes in, except for Gliscor of course, but that's alright. I've got Ice Beam times 4, it'll do pure damage to it anyway. Oh my gosh, I hate Gliscor. Every time I see Toxic heal, I just want to punch it in the face, although it won't hurt it. An obvious Protect was obvious. I should have gone for a Calm Mind here. He would have been screwed. I go for Ice Beam. Oh my god, I just hate it. It's just plain and simple, I just hate it. And here he brings in his Skizor, and I'm still going for Ice Beam, and I'm just like, it's not very effective, but it's still going to take you out, no problemo. Look at that, Ice Beam. Look at that, below half. There's no way you're living that. Easy money. Bang, bang, kabang, you're dead. What's up? And JJ's sitting in here pretty, looking good with full health. And he brings in Nosferatu, and I was like, yeah, it's dead. But I feel like it lived on 1 health. After those rocks, I was like, dang, Mogs, cool Mogs moment right there. That's what's up. And I just bring in my Nosferatu, just because it's the only Pokemon that can really take a hit from it, and which is perfect. He goes for U-turn. I don't get it. This guy is so... I don't want to be rude, but that's such a dumb play because U-turn wasn't going to do any damage. And now every time he switches in, he's just going to die to rocks. But I'm not complaining because that just puts me in a better position. That pretty much knocks off his King, his Crobat, for like the game. That's like one less Pokemon for me to worry about. And here I leave Tentacoolin to take an Earthquake just so it can die, because I need a free switch into my Jinx, which I do. Which is here. He just comes in, takes out a few Pokemon. Check this out. Bring in Jinx, go for that Ice Beam. He didn't Protect. I guess he knew his life was inevitable. Maybe he expected me to go for a Calm Mind or something. I was thinking about it at the time, and I was like, you know what? I don't need to. I can just take it out and then take out the rest of his Pokemon with Jinx. It's not that big a deal. And here he brings in Nosferatu, which is perfect because it's dead. Why you dead? Why you dumb? You dumb. I'm just being rude. I'm sorry. And here he brings in his Hollow. And Hollow, sorry man, ain't nothing you can do here. Besides, well, a move I forgot you had, of course, which was Shadow Sneak. And I was like, damn it, come on, please live. Please live, I know it's Stab. But no, ain't living that. There's no way in hell I'm living that. Which is alright, it's not the end of the world. He gets a little bit of health back. He gets a little bit of health gone as well from Poison, which, yeah, it doesn't really matter, because I've got priority on my Medicham, which there's no way it can live anything from my Medicham anyway. So I just go for Bullet Punch, bam, you're dead, you're done, that's game over. That was a good game though, nonetheless. This team right here, absolutely love this team. Mega Medicham, you're too good. That's why you're now OU. And Jinx, JJ, baby, you're the best. But to everyone that's watching, if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. Comment if you want, subscribe for more. This has been Skinny Snorlax. Peace out.